this time we can save and we can spend this time on further discussion, right? So
Oh,
I
why,
always believe.
once again, I welcome Dr. Anurag Jain for taking this class of MMPC 006, which is marketing management. So, it's on.
Right, ma'am. Thank you. Right. So, very quickly and briefly, let me introduce myself, and then we'll have a discussion on our course, which is known as marketing management. So, I'm Dr. Anurag Jain, and I'm a passionate teacher. That is the first thing I would always like to tell about myself. I'm in this profession by choice, not by chance. So, I have started my career as an entrepreneur. So I have done my own uh, fashion business. I was into a clothing and fashion business for more than 7 years, and after that, I have entered into this profession sometimes around 2015, as I remember exactly. And in last, I would say 8 years. So it has been a nice journey so far. I like to teach subjects like marketing management, also tourism marketing, which is close to my heart because I'm a travel and tourism enthusiast. I also handle subjects like digital and social media marketing, uh, CRM, also marketing of services, and many more. So I'm someone who is a keen learner, and that is the being a teacher as well, being a professor as well. I always find, or I always look for the opportunities where I can learn something new. And if you see, I always maybe in a single semester, I also myself do multiple courses. And one more thing I just wanted to add on here, and that is, it's my privilege to be here because one of I'm one of those who have completed his MBA from IGNOU itself, right? So I'm an alumni of IGNOU, and I'm a proud alumni of IGNOU. So in 2015, I have completed my MBA from School of Management, IGNOU, and I always cherish this because whatever I'm doing today in my career, so IGNOU is one of the important milestone I would count, because that MBA is something which is helping me to shape my career, whatever career which I've shaped, and I call myself as a marketer or a marketing teacher. So IGNOU is an important contributor into that. Currently, I'm working as a full-time assistant professor at CMS Business School, Jain Deemed to be University, which is based in Bangalore, India. And all those courses which I was referring, so all those courses I handle there. And I think that's all about me in brief. And definitely, I would like to connect all of you over LinkedIn. Maybe I will be in the last session. I'll share my details, so it would be easy. It would be convenient for us to get in touch there, right? So let us quickly have a brief background or understanding about the course which we are going to start today. So this course is divided into 4 blocks. Let me just first start sharing my screen.
Everyone is requested to please write your name in message box as attendance.
Yes, we have written our name, ma.
Is my screen visible to you?
Yes.
It's not visible.
Okay, let me
It
just
is
Yeah,
now.
it's
It's
visible
visible
now.
now.
It's visible. It's visible. Sure.
Is it
okay,
visible to
okay,
me?
great.
It's visible to me.
Visible now.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. It's
right.
visible now.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
it's
It's
now
visible.
visible. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, right. So currently I have put it on a slideshow mode. Possibly in between I will be coming to you. Right. So let us quickly understand about this developer understanding about this course first, and then we will start with whatever things which we are going to discuss under this course. Right. So if I talk about this course, as I was mentioning, so it has been divided into 4 major blocks, And today we are going to cover the block one, which is introduction to marketing and markets. Tomorrow we will be talking about the product and pricing decisions. In block three, we will be talking about distribution and promotion decisions. And in block four, we will be covering the sectoral applications and some of the emerging issues which are related to marketing management. So majorly the course is going to cover the major classical part of marketing. I'll come back to this why I always refer this course as a classical marketing course. But slight coverage will also be there regarding to digital marketing, because nowadays there is a much shift which has happened. So I don't want you to just miss that aspect. Definitely there are possibilities to learn that course in detail, but we'll be having some understanding about digital marketing in the fourth block. So that will be the agenda for 4 days, which I'm discussing here. Today we are going to cover these topics in some detail, and maybe in the last 10-15 minutes I will be keeping some time to discuss some of the things from your end. In a sense, I'm expecting all of you have gone through the study material, the reading material which has been shared with you, which is available on LMS. If not, then possibly after this session you can also go through it. And because we will be having 3 more days, and you can ask and you can come back to me with those queries, questions which comes to you, and that will add much value to this course, right? So today we will start with what is marketing all about, why there is a need of marketing. We'll talk about this. There are some core marketing concepts which makes marketing marketing, and those concepts are served as a foundation of this course. So we will talk about those concepts. There has been an orientation shift, or I would say, marketing as a concept has emerged over a period of time. So what that shift has happened, we will discuss this under this head, which is market orientation towards marketing. I don't know. Someone's mic is on. Is on. Please put it on mute, because I'm getting some distraction. I'm getting some voices. Please. Okay. No, it is fine. It was Muhammad Khalid's. Okay. I'm just confirming once again. Is my screen visible now? Because I have just exit the slideshow mode.
Yes, please.
Right. So at any point in time, if you see that my screen is not moving ahead, or whatever discussion which we are having and the slides are not moving ahead, please let me know. Okay. So after this market orientation, we are going to talk about the marketing mix elements, and that is also at core of marketing course. Market environment analysis, why it is important, what is something which is required to be done under market environment analysis. We'll talk about this. Market research is something which is also another important aspect, and something which is at a core decision of marketing. So whenever we say we are marketers and we are doing marketing, so market research plays a very prominent role. So we'll talk about this as well. Then we'll move to segmentation, target market, and positioning, and in the last we will talk about consumer behavior. So this is a brief agenda which I have presented in front of you. These are the things which we are going to cover today. And I'm just taking a look at my clock. So it's 7:20 now, as per the IST Indian Standard Time. And I would try to cover this content by 8:45 or 8:50. And then we'll have a open discussion. And also, you are free to come up in between. If you have any question, any queries, you can stop me at that point in time. And definitely whatever interaction you are going to do, that will make add much value to this course, right? So before I'll talk about marketing, so I just wanted to know, what is marketing for you, if you ever heard this term, or whatever understanding you have about this term. Yeah, I want your responses, please. Yeah, you are free to share your views, whatever understanding you have about this term marketing.
Actually, can I go ahead?
Yeah, please, Khalid.
Okay, sir. From my understanding, when we talk of marketing, we are referring to any activity that you engage
Mm-hmm.
in trying to create awareness about your offerings
Okay.
to the target market or customers.
Okay. Right, absolutely. So I think you are going in a very right direction. Yeah, marketing refers to activities. I'm just reading some more responses which are coming in the chat. Khalid, you are it's a right point which you have made. Even as per Murugan, it's the way to sell a product, and as per Nelson, marketing refers to activities a company undertakes to promote the buying or selling of a product or service. Great, great. So I'm actually glad to know that much understanding you already have about this term, and definitely it will to help me to throw some detail light on this term, right? So as you say, as just the Khalid mentioned, like marketing is about creating awareness about the any offerings which a company is having, and definitely we reach out to a right set of audience to create that awareness, right? That is one understanding which we are creating about this term. Many times it also happens. So, as a layman person, right? So we use this term interchangeably with sales, right? So many people consider marketing as a sales, right? So very recently, like as I referred to the chat box, so a few of you responded, it's a sales, or maybe something which we offer on sell, and it is a marketing, right? One more interchangeably used word is advertising. So many people actually interchangeably use the term marketing and advertising as interchangeably. But what is my idea here? Why I am discussing or opening the discussion with this? Now, when you are learning this course in much detail, now you are going through this course, which is a marketing management course. So maybe for a layman, it is really fine if they confuse with marketing as a sales or sales as marketing, or maybe vice versa, or if they may interchangeably use the term advertising and marketing, so it is fine with them. But now, as you are MBA participants who are going through this course, so you should have a clear understanding about these three terms. And these are the most basic aspects which we can actually talk about in terms of marketing, right? So when we talk about marketing, so marketing is something which is a very wider concept, right? So if you take a look at marketing, so it itself covers sales, which is a subset of marketing, as well as advertising, which is also a subset of marketing, right? So marketing is something which is a very wider concept, which has a very broad scope, and selling is one particular activity that can be done as a part of marketing, right? And why I am saying so, because marketing is not just restricted to selling, right? And why is it the case? Because marketing happens before the sales, it happens during the sales, and it happens after the sales, right? So that is the reason marketing is not something which is just restricted to the sales, right? And even there was a very popular saying about this term, and we also call it marketing myopia. If we are going to see marketing just from a perspective of sales, or just from a perspective of as a selling process, then we call it as a marketing myopia, right? Similar is the case with advertising. So advertising is one of those tools through which we can do the marketing, right? So suppose if you have a mobile phone at offer, you are someone who produces and markets the mobile phone. So advertising is one of those means through which you can reach out to your target audience. Advertising is not marketing. Advertising is a tool that can be used to create awareness, or maybe to promote your products or services, right? So that is the reason marketing is a very wider concept which covers the scope of both sales as well as advertising. So you have to remember one thing here: sales is a very narrow concept, while marketing is a much more broader concept. And marketing happens before, during, and after the sale, as I have mentioned. And advertising is just a form of marketing communication, and it is a part of marketing. Advertising is not something which covers the scope of marketing. Are you getting my point? So that is the reason these are the three terminologies which are very much interchangeably used. But now onwards, I'm very much sure once you get an understanding about these three terms, so you should not be using these three terms interchangeably. Marketing is marketing, sales is sales, and advertising is advertising. Definitely, there's an interrelationship among all these three, but it is not the case we should use it interchangeably. Marketing has its own meaning, its own understanding, sales has its own scope, its own understanding, and similar is the case with the advertising. So now I'm moving ahead. You can stop me at any point in time whenever you have any query, right? Now I'm coming to the meaning of marketing, and I'm just trying to relate this term with the meaning which you have shared with me, right? So marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs profitably. And this definition is actually given by a known marketing guru who is much popular, and Philip Kotler is his name, and I'm sure many of you have heard this his name. And you can, if you pay attention, so human and social needs are something which have been highlighted in definition, right? So why is it so? Because Dr. Kotler believes whatever needs we try to identify or meet, there are humans which are over there at the end. In a sense, we say we are customers, but customers are human beings, and they have their own human and social needs that can be satisfied profitably. And why profit there? Because businesses are meant for profit, and businesses can't actually survive without profit, and that is the reason the profit is one of the important components which is over there. Another definition says that it is an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers, and for managing customer relationships in ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders. Now, if you pay attention to this definition, which has been actually propounded by American Marketing Association, so value is one particular term that has been very much focused in this definition. And also the scope of this definition is much more broader. In a sense, I think it is important for you to understand this term value, because marketing is something which has it's a very strong relationship with this term value. So anybody knows what it means? What is value for you? We say this person is valuable to me, this particular shirt is valuable to me because someone has gifted it to me, but what is value for you? Yeah, any responses, please? You're free to share your responses in chat box as well, and you
Delivering,
can, yeah, Nirmal, please go ahead.
it's delivering satisfaction to customers.
Terribly. Okay, satisfaction to customers, nice. As per Yusuf, it is something important. Okay, any more
Value there
responses?
means giving solution to the customer.
Giving solutions to the customer, very nice, Safar. Okay. So definitely value itself is a very broader term, and there can be many different meanings that can be associated with this term. But now from a marketing perspective, let me tell you what can be the best meaning which you can associate with this term, which is known as value. So value you can always equate with benefits minus cost. Maybe if you want, you can write it down. Value is equivalent to benefits minus cost. What are those benefits? Benefits are those things which customers expect from any product or service that they are going to receive, right? So suppose if I'm going to buy a Samsung mobile phone, right? So I expect certain benefits which I'm going to get out of that mobile phone, right? It should be, I should be able to communicate, I should be able to use internet, I should be able to connect with people, my family, my friends. They may be at a remote location, they are not available at the same location, right? So some set of benefits which I'm expecting, which I'm going to get. But when I was buying that mobile phone, or when I have made a decision to buy a mobile phone of Samsung, I also spent money on that. I also spent some time in making the decision. I possibly have traveled to a mobile phone store, or maybe I have ordered it online. So some efforts have gone into that decision, right? So what I'm trying to say here, cost here not necessarily means only a monetary cost. It will be a combination of money, time, energy, efforts which you put to make that decision. So what meaning I'm trying to get here, when value is always equivalent to benefits minus cost, means whatever benefits which you are promising to your customers, it should be much more than the cost which they are paying for that product, and it will bring satisfaction. As many of you were trying to associate the meaning of value with satisfaction, so satisfaction will only come if the benefits will be more and cost will be less, right? Means the efforts which I'm putting, the sacrifices which I'm making to buy a certain product or any service, so that should be very less as compared to the benefits which I'm getting. And that is the very relevant meaning of the term value which you can get when you refer it in terms of marketing. And why I'm spending much time on this, because if you get this concepts or basics of marketing right, I can bet you won't forget this throughout your life. Maybe I don't know how many of you are going to pursue your career in the domain of marketing in future, but maybe in whatever domain you will work, you will have a very clear understanding about this thing. What is marketing? What is value? Why it is different from sales? Why it is different from advertising, right? So I'm spending more time on this basics or foundations of marketing which are over there. So far, is this clear? Am I making sense?
Really? Would you say?
Right.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your responses. I will be taking a pause in between after some time to just get your understanding about the things which we are discussing. Yeah. Okay. So there are two major definitions of marketing which we have talked about, and one important characteristic which associate with the marketing is profit is one of the most important outcomes associated with the marketing, right? But I'm, please don't get me wrong, I'm not at all saying profit is the only thing for which marketing can be done. Definitely there is a much scope of marketing for non-profit organizations as well, right? So it is not the case each and every person who does the marketing is doing this marketing only for profit. But definitely if you are into business, businesses can't survive without profit. The business will get exploited if at all the profit won't be there, right? So what is the idea? Profit is one of the important outcomes which you can achieve if you are doing a marketing, but it is not a mandatory case you should do marketing for earning a profit. Maybe there is an NGO which is operating in your city or your town, and that NGO is not working for profit. That NGO is working for a social benefit, right? So profit is not something which they are looking for, right? So marketing can be used for many more reasons or purposes, but profit is something that can be achieved by business organization. Absolutely, there is an exchange of benefit which will happen against the price paid by the customer. So whatever amount a customer pays for buying a particular product or service, they always look for the benefits in exchange of the price paid by them. So these are some of the very basic definition. I'm not covering much definitions, but to develop your understanding about what marketing all about, I'm covering this. So whatsoever definition I have read about marketing, maybe if I cover 20-25 definitions, then the meaning which I have got out of this is marketing is about assessing, creating, communicating, and delivering value to target group means your customers at profit. Why profit? Because businesses can't survive without profit. Maybe NGOs can survive without profit if they are doing a marketing. If you are doing any social cause, you can survive without profit. But if you're doing a business, marketing is one of the important outcomes you are going to achieve is the profit. And please remember, this value will always pursued by your customers, right? Your customer will determine they are getting more benefits or they are paying more price. So that is the reason the cost benefit analysis will always done by their customers. So whenever you offer something, a product or service, definitely customer will do the cost benefit analysis, and that is the reason value is something which is pursued by differently by different people, right? Maybe if I'm spending certain amount of money on buying a mobile phone, so I'm not taking it in a exact currency. Suppose I am spending 25,000 bucks on buying a mobile phone, so that can be less for me, because the particular product which I'm buying, it is providing me the certain amount of benefits which I'm looking for. But another person who can be my friend who is spending the same amount, but he's not getting that much benefits from the mobile phone which he or she is buying. So that for that person, values of that particular product is less. And all this meaning I'm trying to communicate in perspective of marketing. So let us move ahead and talk about why marketing makes sense, why it is really important. We have now tried understood the meaning of marketing, but why we should do marketing as a business, why it is really important, right? Again, someone's mic is unmute and I'm getting some background noise. Please mute it. Okay. So if I talk about why marketing is important, so first and foremost important reason that can be for any business is to create awareness, right? You want to create about awareness about the goods or services which you offer. You want to create awareness about the solutions which you offer. You want to create awareness the ideas which you have. So you can definitely do the marketing, right? The second important reason can be to identify the emerging needs of customers. So definitely marketing has its scope is not just limited when the product is actually ready for sale. Even if you want to understand why you should offer a certain product, why you should actually go into a business of certain products or services. So you can identify the emerging needs with the help of marketing. You can definitely establish much more deeper understanding with the customers. You can have a very long lasting communication with them, and that can be done with the help of marketing. You can also build a rapport trust among your customers, or you can also build a rapport or trust among your potential customers. It need not be necessarily they are your customers, right? So that can also be done with the help of marketing. Ultimately, you have to deliver superior customer value. We have talked about what is value all about. So you have to deliver superior customer value, and that can also be done with the help of marketing. And last but not least important reason is, if you are in a business, if you sell something, if you offer something, definitely marketing will help you to earn profit. I'll just someone's mic is on unmute. I'm getting some, right. Yeah, now it is fine. Okay, right. So now let us move ahead. After developing an understanding about what is marketing and why marketing, now let us talk about the four major foundational concepts which lies underneath marketing, right? There are many more. I'm not saying these are the only fundamental concepts which are over there, but due to paucity of time, we can only cover these four, and maybe you can have a detailed reading about other core marketing concepts which will be a part of your reading which is available on LMS, right? So need is the very first important aspect of marketing, core marketing concept which we have to talk about. And what are needs? Needs are basic human requirements, right? So as a human being, we require food, water, clothing, shelter, recreation, some entertainment, right? And all are this can be considered as a need, because it possesses some capability to satisfy whatever maybe you feel thirsty, you feel hungry, so that can be satisfied with this, and that is known as needs. There is another important core marketing concept which is known as wants. So wants are desires for a specific satisfier of needs, right? So when I specify, I'm hungry but I want to eat pizza, I'm actually thirsty, I want to eat a particular I want to drink a particular soft drink. So when I'm specifying, so you need, so need become a want. Why need become a want? Because I'm particularly telling about what I need, in a sense what is something that I'm specifically looking for, and I'm specifying that means a want. When we say there is a demand in the market, so demands are wants for specific products that are backed by an ability and willingness to buy them. So whenever we say there is a much demand of Apple iPhone in the market, whenever we say there is a much demand of maybe helmets in the market, because helmets have been made compulsory by a traffic police, right? So why we are saying this? Because there are certain amount of people who want to buy those products and they are willing to pay, and that is really important condition. We cannot say there is a demand of a product or service until and unless there are people who are willing to buy as well as willing to pay for that product or service. There is another concept which is known as market, and simply market consists of people, right? Wherever we say there are people who want to exchange something, who want to sell something to other parties, and we call it as a markets. And nowadays markets are not just limited to offline markets, but more and more online markets are there, right, where people are connected with the help of technology. So these are the core marketing concepts, 4 core marketing concepts, which we are going to talk about much more often, right? So throughout the course, these are the 4 terms which you are going to refer again and again. And that is the reason I thought, let me throw some light on these 4 core marketing concepts. Now let us talk about market orientation towards marketing, right? So if we talk about the history of marketing, so marketing itself is a very new concept. Why I am saying so? If you take a look at the history, so this concept is around somewhere around 110 years old, right? So if you try to look the meaning of marketing before maybe 110 or 120 years back, so there was no any dictionary which has covered the meaning of marketing, right? But what is something interesting about this phenomenon is it has emerged over the period of time, and there have been much developments which has happened in the last 110 years, right? So when I'm referring, this concept itself is 110 years old. So in that 110 years there have been much developments which has happened over the period of time, right? So let us start with the very basic orientation which is very initially come in the market, right? So very initially when the marketing has been incepted, so production concept or mass marketing concept was very much in the practice, right? And what is this production concept? What is something which is available in huge quantity, right? So if one company, XYZ company is capable to manufacture maybe 10,000 water bottles in a day, right? And if those 10,000 water bottles are available, so that can be pushed to customers. And that was the orientation towards the marketing. In a sense, people wanted to do a mass market. They wanted to reach out to more and more customers. And there was not much emphasis given to the needs of customers, right? Then the product concept has come in place. And now the focus is not only on quantity, but there has been emphasis given on product quality. Now we know we don't need 10,000 water bottles to be produced in a day. A company may be producing only 1,000 water bottles in a day, but the water bottles are complying the quality standards, right? And product concept focuses on the quality of product, right? Then the over the period of time, the selling concept has come in place. And what was the focus of selling concept? Make and sell. Whatever you can make, right? Whatever you are capable to manufacture, you can sell it. And more efforts were there in a push approach. In a sense, the products were pushed towards towards the customers, but there was not much focus has been, or much importance has been given to the needs of customers, right? But when the development has happened over the period of time, and these 3 concepts have emerged over the period of time, so the actual marketing concept has come in place. And what is the focus of marketing concept? It is on sense and respond, right? It is not necessarily important what is available in the market will be demanded by the customers. What is available will be in the market will be liked by all customers, right? So what is the focus of marketing concept? Sense and respond. First, try to understand what your customers needs, what your customers want, develop those products and market those products. And that is the simple focus of marketing concept, right? But when the more and more focus has been given to human needs, so this marketing concept has converted into a societal marketing concept. So what is societal marketing concept? We cannot sell those products, we cannot market those products which are harmful for people, which are harmful for society. And that is the reason with the marketing, it is really important what is good for humans and what is bad for humans. And all those products which are not good for human being or for society, as a society, we can take a broader scope. So societal marketing covers the the aspects of marketing, or it is focused on marketing those products and services which are actually good for society. So this is a kind of emergence, or I would say the development of marketing has happened over the period of time, and roughly in last 110 or 120 years all these concepts have been emerged. But now what is something which is trending after the societal marketing concept? So the new concept has come in the market, which is known as the holistic marketing concept. And why holistic marketing? Because if you want to do marketing, so marketing cannot be done with just a single aspect. First you have to do internal marketing inside the organization, right? So there will be a marketing department, senior management, other departments in the organization. They need to be happy with your idea. They need to be happy, to be convinced with whatever work which you are doing, right? So suppose you are in a business of stationery, right? So you manufacture stationery, and you reach out to certain target audience of students. But the company, the internal department should be happy with your work policies. They should be happy with whatever offerings which you have, right? So there is a scope of internal marketing, right? Then there is a scope of integrated marketing as well, right? Marketing cannot be only done about products and services, and it cannot be only dependent upon that, right? You need a right set of communication. You need a right set of channels to reach out to your customers. You need a right price at which customers will accept your products or services, right? So integrated marketing means all of these are interconnected. You cannot say whatever price I will quote for my product, it is no relationship with the communication about the product which I do, right? Whatever promises which you make, those promises should be fulfilled by you, and a price is one of the important indicators that you are fulfilling your promise or not. So integrated marketing is the another important aspect which comes under the purview of holistic marketing. The third important aspect which you have to talk about is performance marketing, right? So businesses are actually accountable, right? When you are doing a marketing, you are accountable. You cannot just put your money in the marketing and you are not accountable. Your sales revenue is one of the indicators of how you are doing. Your brand and customer equity is one of the another indicator. The ethics which you follow in your business, the environmental impact of your business, the societal impact of your business, all of this actually comes under the scope of performance marketing. And why performance marketing? It is really important for a business to fulfill the to satisfy all the stakeholders of the business, and performance is being monitored. So performance marketing is the another scope which comes under the holistic marketing. Last but not least important is relationships. And why is it important? Because if at all you do not have a healthy relations with your customers as well as employees, partners and financial community, you won't be able to do your business sustainably. In a sense, the long-term commitment of your business is only possible if all of these stakeholders or parties are in sync with you. They are happy with you, and the relationship marketing helps to develop and maintain the relationship with all these stakeholders over the period of time. So the holistic marketing concept actually has its scope, which covers all these four types of marketing, right? And why it is important? Because it is not possible for a one particular aspect to fulfill or satisfy all those parties who are actually involved in the marketing process, and that is the reason this concept makes sense. Now I would like to hold on here for a few seconds, and I just wanted to know your understanding. Am I going at the right pace? Are you getting the things which we are talking about?
Yes, doctor. It's fine so far. You are not very
Okay.
fast and you are not slow. Yeah. So from my
Okay,
view,
okay.
it's fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, okay, right, right. Thank you for your responses. Okay, so then let us move ahead. I'll maintain the same speed because we were a fixed time with us. That is the also the reason I can't be too slow or I can't be too fast. Okay. Now, another important aspect which we have to talk about in terms of marketing is marketing mix elements, right? And this marketing mix elements are at the core of marketing, right? I'll explain it and then you will know why it is so important. Anybody knows what are these marketing mix elements which I am referring to? If you ever heard about this, yeah, Mohammad Buhari, you raised your hand. Okay, even you can write your responses in the chat box as well. So I will be able to. Have you ever heard about this term marketing mix elements? Or if you
Is
ever,
the pri-
yeah,
is the
Mungur,
price the price, the product,
product.
the price,
Oh, yes, price,
Place
product,
promotion. Place and
promotion.
promotion.
place and promotion. Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that. Impressive. So let me just come to, and even I'll just, oh, I'm just product, price, place, and promotion. Someone has just actually wrote in the chat box. Let me see who has written this. Okay, product, price, promotion, place. Okay, according to Zora, it is the this sequence which is already okay. Let us come to the point what I'm trying to make here. Okay, so marketing mix elements, if we talk about, so definitely these are the 4 P's which we are referring to. Why these are 4 P's? Product, price, place, and promotion. And please go with this order only. Why I'm saying so? Product, price, place, and promotion. And why this particular order? Because product is something which is ultimate reason for you, which can be offered to your customers, right? So product will come first. Until unless there is something to offer, you cannot quote a price. Are you getting my point? Logically, if something is there with you to offer, and that is over there, then only you can quote a price, you can offer it at a right place, and then you can promote it. Now let us quickly understand the meaning of each one of this, right? Product is something which can be known as any bundle of features that can satisfy need, right? So suppose I want to travel to a particular country, so and that is a need for me, right? So there are some airlines which are operating in the aviation industry, and I'm referring to a service example. Why is it so? Because product can be used in terms it can be used in to make a sense about goods as well as services. So there are some airlines which are available through which I can make the bookings, or maybe I can go to a any tour planner, and they will help me to do that, right? So there is a certain thing which is on offering, and I am a customer who has a need, and that can be satisfied with the right product or a service, and that is the reason I'm using this term interchangeably, product as well as service. Now, price plays a very important role in this because price is something which will bring money into your business, right? So, if you say why price is important, so from a marketer perspective, if I say so, all other 3 marketing mix elements are a cost. If you are manufacturing a product, if you are marketing a product, you need to incur a money. If you are setting up a new shop, if you are possibly opening a new store, which is about a place or which is about a distribution of your product, so you will require to incur money. If you want to advertise your products, if you want to spend more money on your promotion, so definitely that will be a cost for you. But price is the only element out of all these 4 which will bring money into your business, right? And that is the reason product, place, and promotions are known as cost centers. Why they are cost center? Because you need to incur money, but price is a profit center for you. Whatever money, bread and butter which will come to your business is through price. So price is something what at whatever price you are offering your product, and your customers are willing to pay that price and ready to accept your products or services. Place is always about convenience, and convenience of whom? Marketer as well as buyer, marketer as well as your customers. And place is about convenience in terms of distribution channel, in terms of making available your product at a right place where customers can buy it. So suppose you are a FMCG company, right, who offers maybe the detergents, soaps, and also some food products. So maybe you offer some milk packets as well as some packaged foods, right? So what can be the convenient place for a customer? It can be a supermarket, or it can be a small retail store which is nearby any home or office from where people can buy this. So here the distribution decision comes in place. How customers can buy the products or services at their convenience. The last but not least important is promotion. Promotion means you have to communicate whatever offering you have to a target group of audience. And promotion is a mix of many more things. I'll come to that very quickly. But these are the four marketing mix elements which actually makes sense for any business who is doing the marketing. But with these four marketing mix elements, there are three extended marketing mix elements which are over there, right? I want to know your responses here if anybody is aware about the three additional P's or extended P's of marketing. Yeah, someone is trying to respond. Yeah, please answer.
There is
Anybody
another,
knows?
yes,
Yeah,
there's another four P's of market that is there is people,
people,
process,
very
and
nice.
fiscal, I think.
Process and
And fiscal evidence, I think so.
physical evidence. Wow, very nice. I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed with you guys. So you're to the point actually. I think this has been responded by. I'm just trying to read the name on the screen. Mohammed, can you please pronounce your name?
Sir,
What's your name? Complete name. Actually, I'm not able to see it on the screen.
Muhammad Buhari.
Mohammad Buhari. Okay, very nice. I think that's a very to the point answer which you've given, right? So if we talk about three marketing mix extended marketing mix elements, so it starts with people, processes, and physical evidence. And why people first? Because let me come to the another point first. These are the three marketing mix elements which are much more important for any service business. I'm not at all underestimating the importance of these four P's for a service business. These are important, and these are equally important for a product business. But if you are into a service business, you cannot actually compromise on these three marketing mix elements, which are known as extended marketing mix elements. And why people? Because people are at the center. So suppose you are into airline industry or a hospitality industry or maybe a medical industry where you provide the healthcare services. So people are at the center. People are the one who themselves provide the services which customers are looking for. The another important marketing mix element is process. Why process? Because processes are something which actually covers the pain and gain points for a customer, right? So when you go for watching a movie, so what a kind of the theater which is over there? Is there an online booking facility available, or is there a offline window booking is also available? How much time you need to wait in a queue to enter into the theater? What is the kind of ambience? I'll come to that point in terms of physical evidence, but in a sense, how the services are produced and delivered to you, and that comes under the domain of processes. So either watching a movie, or maybe waiting for your food to be prepared, or maybe you're waiting in a queue to get any particular service. So processes makes much sense here, right? The third important extended marketing mix elements is physical evidence. And why physical evidence makes sense? Because as I was mentioning the example of theater, so what kind of ambience is over there? What kind of music or perfume or the fragrance which has been used inside the theater? The kind of sitting arrangement which is over there, right? So all this comes under the physical environment, or we also call it as a physical evidence. Why evidence? Because services are intangible. People forgets, how people will remember the services, right? So suppose you book a particular hotel or a room for a 1 day 1 night stay, and when you check out, so what is something which you can remember, right? So physical evidence are the tangible clues, right? So most of the hotels actually offers you a welcome drink, or maybe they offer you a complimentary gift at the time of checkout, or maybe they are offering you complimentary cab service. So all this comes under physical evidence in a sense. All those things through which you can remember your service experience, and those things comes under physical evidence. So these three marketing, extended marketing mix elements makes much more sense for any service business, because these are the three things which are at the core for any service business: people, process, and physical evidence. So now let us quickly talk about promotion in some detail. When we were discussing all these four P's, so promotion is one which carries a multiple forms, right? So let us start with advertising, then we'll talk about personal selling, sales promotion, direct marketing, and public relations. So one thing which makes advertising different from all other forms of promotion is its paid form, right? Advertising is always in a paid form, and there will be a known sponsor who is paying money for that, right? So maybe you can talk about any newspaper advertisement, television advertisement, or you can talk about any out of home. So the billboards or hoardings which you see at a traffic light. So all this comes under advertising, and definitely there is a marketer or a sponsor who has made certain payment for this. And this is one unique characteristics which makes advertising different from all other promotional mix elements which you are seeing on your screen, right? So, and one another important characteristic of advertising is it is for mass marketing. It is meant for reaching out to a mass a good number of target audience in a one go, right? So suppose if I talk about television ad, so many people can pay attention to a television ad in a one go. If you talk about any hoarding, so many people can pay attention to the hoarding, and that is also a mass mode of promotion, right? And also it is also a non-personal form of promotion. So you are not personally connected with your audience. You do not have a very one-to-one interaction with your audience, target audience, and that is also make advertising unique from all other forms of promotion. So whenever someone asks, we are doing a promotion, and if specifically it has been mentioned it's an advertising, then for sure money is involved. But maybe public relation is completely a non-paid off form of promotion, and that is one unique characteristic which is over there with public relations, right? It is also referred as word of mouth. So whatever communication which happens among people and through word of mouth, it is known as public relation. So what is the focus of public relation? You satisfy your customers with your products and services. So suppose you have 100 customers with you, you satisfy those 100 customers, and those 100 customers will bring another 1,000 customers to your business. And that is something which makes public relations unique from all other promotional mix elements. And it is a non-paid off form of promotion. You are not paying your customers to bring more customers. It is something which they are doing at their own will, because they are satisfied with your products or services. Personal selling, as the word suggests, it's a personal form of selling, promotion in a sense. Wherever you see there are sales representatives involved, or maybe you see there is a one-to-one interaction which is happening between customer and a sales representative, and that is known as personal selling. And the knowledge, the quality of interaction, as well as the experience of a salesperson makes a much important role here. It plays a very prominent role here in terms of personal selling. Sales promotion covers the scope of all those schemes, all those benefits which we offer to our customer, right? So buy one get one free, 50% discount, or something is on sale, or you are doing in-store promotion, you are doing out-store promotion. All this comes under sales promotion. And as the word suggests, direct marketing, it is very much direct, where no intermediaries are involved, right? So it was the past days, it was a matter of past when we used to get pamphlets at our home. Maybe still you are getting a pamphlets from some of the marketers, but nowadays direct marketing is much more talk in terms of digital marketing, because technology is one particular intermediary which is connecting both the parties, right? So now the buyers and sellers are connected through technology, and that is the reason direct marketing is something which is happening through digital medium. So all these 5 promotional mix elements makes much sense. And if we talk about marketing communication mix, so these are the 5 core elements which actually can be used by a marketer to create awareness about their products and services, right? So let me hold on here for a few seconds and want to know, is this clear so far? Yeah, Mohammad Buhari, you raised your hand, please. Yeah, any question, any query in this point in time? It's clear to Richard, okay. Nelson, okay. Yeah, Buhari, you raised your hand. Any query, any question?
It's clear, sir. It's clear. Thank you very much.
It's
It's
clear.
clear.
Okay, okay, right. Okay, thank you. Okay, let me move ahead. Right. So after promotional mix element, I would like to talk about the market environment analysis. So what is market environment analysis? So if you are into a business, so you actually don't operate in an isolation, right? So there are many different factors which impacts your business, right? And it is really important for a marketer. So suppose if you consider yourself as a marketer, you have certain offerings at your end. So before actually making the marketing decision, it is really important to understand what are those environmental factors which are going to impact your business, right? So these are known as market environment factors, and we do the market environment analysis before actually doing the marketing of our products or services, right? So you can see there is an organization which is at the center, and it is surrounded by the micro environment factors, right? What are these micro environment factors which are much controllable, right? Why I'm saying controllables? Because micro environment factors have a certain amount of control that can be imposed by one particular organization, right? And some of these factors are partially controllable, not completely, right? So customers, how you can impose certain amount of control? You can actually uh, use the right set of strategies to reach out to your customers. You can pursue your customers to buy something from you, right? So in that perspective, customers are partially controllable. You can control your customers if you right strategy available with you, right? You have some resellers available with you that you can have a certain amount of control, and they are going to impact your business. More focus, let us not give more focus on control, but let us give more focus on how they are going to impact your business, right? Competitors are there, right? So competitors are someone who will directly impact your business. The number of competitors which are available in the market, their strength and weaknesses, their USPs which they offer, right? So those things are going to impact your business. The public means society. Public means the people who are actually can be the potential buyers for your business, or they can be the potential users for your business. So they are going to impact your business much. Your suppliers, right? So who are the suppliers? Suppliers are the one who supplies the raw materials, equipments, which are really important to perform your business activities. And these are considered as a micro environment factors because there is certain, or there is a partial control which you can have over these factors. But there are another set of factors which are known as macro environment factors, right? And these macro environment factors are actually uncontrollable. Why these are uncontrollable by you? Because these are someone which are much more broader in scope, right? So political factors is the one such factor which is a macro environment factor, right? So whosoever is a political party which is leading, which is in the leading position, the kind of geopolitical situation in a particular country. So this factor actually going to impact your business. The economic factors talks about the kind of economic situation in a particular country, the kind of GDP, the kind of overall business position which is over there. So those economic factors are going to impact your business decision, specifically your marketing decisions. Social factors which are over there, the society, the community, the people, all of them are going to impact your business. The technological factors, the innovation which happens in the technological sector, the new technology which is being probably available in your market where you are doing the business, or maybe you are outsourcing the technology. So all these factors are going to impact. Environment, here we are talking about the natural environment, right? What are the geographical situation which is over there in a particular area where you are conducting a business, the kind of supportive environment, the impact of your business over environment, all these are interrelated. Legal factors talks about the company laws, the legal aspects of business, what you can do, what are those things which you cannot do as a part of business, what are consumer rights, what are companies rights, what is something which under the domain of human rights. All these things comes under the legal factors, right? So what is the idea of this market environment analysis? Whenever you do a business, either you're starting a new business or you're continuing with the current business, whenever you are making your marketing decision, more specifically, you have to pay attention to all these factors, and then you can come up with your decisions. And this combinedly known as micro and macro environment factors. Now let me play a small video which will give you a brief idea about why this environment analysis makes sense for any business, right? I'm playing the video. If you don't get the sound, please let me know. I'll pause it after a few seconds to just get your responses. Actually, there is some issue with this, I guess. So let me try copying this link and playing this video with YouTube. Just allow me a few seconds. I'm closing my video for a few minutes so that okay. Is my screen visible to you?
It's not.
No, please.
Okay. Are you able to see YouTube video?
Yes.
Okay, right. Thank you. I'm just playing the video. Just pay attention to this.
It's visible, but can you enlarge that bit?
PESTLE analysis is a management framework and diagnostic tool. The outcome of the analysis will help you to understand factors external to your organization, which can impact upon strategy and influence business decisions. PESTLE is an acronym for P, political, E, economic, S, social, T, technology, L, legal, and E, environmental. Let's look at each of these factors more closely. Political. When looking at political factors, you will need to take into account your country's government policies and political stability. Other factors will include tax implications, industry regulations, and global trade agreements and restrictions. Economic. These factors will include exchange rates, economic growth or decline, globalization, inflation, interest rates, and the cost of living, labor costs, and consumer spending. When looking at social factors, look at trends such as lifestyle choices, cultural norms, and expectations such as career attitudes and work-life balance. It also concerns itself with consumer tastes and buying habits as well as population demographics. Technology has grown exponentially. How is your business responding to technological innovation in your products and services? Other technological advancements will impact on data storage, security levels, disruptive technologies such as smartphones, social networking, automation, robotics, and the increasing shift towards AI, artificial intelligence. Shifts in the legal landscape are constantly changing, especially here in the UK. Employment labour law and employment tribunal decisions impact upon working practices continuously. It's also important to keep up to date with all changes in legislation and, of course, health and safety regulations. Environmental. Does your business have a direct impact on the environment? Political sanctions now govern carbon emissions and a move towards sustainable resources, such as wind turbines and recycling. This area also covers CSR, corporate social responsibility, and ethical sourcing of goods and services, which in turn has a direct impact on procurement and your business supply chain management. Once you are clear on the main overarching factors included in a PESTLE analysis, the next challenge is to relate this in real terms to assess the risks specifically within the industry sector you work in.
Okay, so I hope the video has made a sense. Just sharing my screen once again. Okay, right. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to you. I again shared my PPTs.
It is.
Okay,
It's clear.
right. Right. So now let us talk about market research and why market research makes sense. See, it is fundamentally important to do a certain amount of research about whatever you are doing in your life. And if you are referring to any business or an enterprise which is doing business by offering certain products or services by keeping their customers in the mind, it is really important to know their customers first, and that can be very much done with the help of market research, right? So it's the process of evaluating the feasibility of a new product service through research conducted directly with potential customers, right? So rather than directly putting your ship into the water, you can actually test the water by maybe just entering the boat, or maybe just knowing how deep is the water, or maybe what are the climatic conditions which are over there. So by referring to that example, similar is the case with the business in which you are. Suppose you are coming up with a new offering, so it is really important to reach out to potential consumers or customers to know how willing they are to accept that product or service. Is it actually going to make a difference in their lives, right? And that question, if your product can provide a solution, or if a service can actually solve their problems, definitely that can be introduced, right? This method actually allows organizations or businesses to discover their target market, collect and document opinions, and make informed decisions, right? Rather than making a bluff or doing a gamble, because gambling can't be done in a business, right? You have to be sure about the decisions which you are making, and that decision can be very much based upon the market research which you do. It is also known as the process of the process of market research can be done through deploying surveys, interacting with a group of people, also known as sample, conducting interviews, and other similar processes. Even you can do the qualitative as well as quantitative analysis, so both the analysis are possible. There are many more things that can be done as a part of survey, and if you are sure sorry, what your customers are actually looking for, then definitely that product or service can be introduced in the market. The information which you get from conducting the market research can be also utilized to tailor your marketing or advertising activities, right? So which mode of promotion you should use. either you should go for opening a retail store or you should do online business. All these things can be very much known if you do a good amount of market research about your target market, your consumers, as well as what they need and want. There is a certain process that can be followed to do the market research. So it always starts with identifying the problem, right? There is a problem that can be identified by maybe the another competitor in the market, or maybe you are the first one who is identifying it, right? So let me give you one such example which may actually help you to understand, right? So see, what was the problem which was over there in many countries wherever there this Uber is operating, right? I think all of you are aware about the Uber cabs. So previously, what was the problem? The passengers who have to book their cab, so either they have to hire the running taxi, or maybe they can actually get their cabs or taxis from a designated place only, right? And the rates are not fixed, and they are not much aware about are the drivers charging them the right rate, and they cannot get it at their convenience, right? So this gap was existing in their market, right? And this gap has been identified as a problem by Uber, and then they have developed their research plan to get more information, what kind of pros or services they can launch, who will be the people who will be involved in providing those services. They have done all this research as a part of third step. When they have conduct the research, so they have collected some data from the customers who are the passengers. Even they have collected some data from the cab drivers as well. Will they be willing to be a part of their business, right? They have done some primary as well as secondary research, and they have analyzed and report the findings. So they got a clear understanding, like there is a gap. Passengers are facing the problem and they want a solution where they can book a cab maybe using their mobile phone, smartphones, and there can be a website or a mobile application that can be used to book the cabs, and that will provide them much convenience as well as cost saving. And they'll take the action, they'll launch their services, and they'll come up with a name which is known as Uber, right? Uber cabs, right? So I have just taken this example to give you clarity. Any product or service which is coming up in the market, if you are doing a market research, you can first identify the gap, as well as you can identify the pain points. What are pain points? If people are struggling with something, if they are facing any issue in their lives, and there is a potential to come up with a solution that can be a product or a service, so definitely there will be a scope that will be generated, and market research is something that can help you, right? And I'm talking about this thing which with which much experience, and fundamentally why is it so? Because anywhere there is a pen, right? So if you say customers are facing the issue, they are facing the problem. Now if you come up with something that can solve their problem, if you come up with something that can make their lives easy, definitely that will run in the market. That will be, there will be a scope that will be generated in the market, and that can be done with the help of research. Now the another thing which we have to talk about it is STP approach. This STP approach, it is known as segmentation, targeting, and positioning, right? So what is segmentation? We divide the market into distinct groups of customers, which are known as segments, using the segmentation practices. I talk about what are the segments which we can actually come up with, but what is the idea here? See, what is the problem? We say India is a one particular country or a market. Mauritius is a one particular country or market. Uganda is a particular maybe a country or market, right? But it's very huge. The customers are not, all of them are not same. So what we are doing here, we are dividing the whole market into small groups or a group of customers, and then we will do the targeting, which is the next important step. So in the targeting, what we are going to do, we will determine which customer groups or segment we should focus to direct our marketing efforts. So targeting means, see, each and every person in this on this planet cannot be satisfied, and you cannot actually market your products or services to each and every person. So it is really important whom you should reach out to, and that will be determined with the help of targeting. Now, the next important step is to position your products or services in their minds, or position your products or services in the market, right? So you create a product positioning and marketing mix that is most likely to appeal to the selected audience. What is the one particular reason which you are going to give to your customers they will prefer you over the competitors? Or maybe whatever pain points which they were having, what is the solution which they have come up with, you have come up with, that they will accept you? And that can be done with the help of a right positioning. So we call it as a STP approach, which is known as segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Market segmentations can be of four major types: demographics, geographics, psychographics, and behavioral. Demographics majorly talks about people's demographics in terms of age, gender, income, and ethnic background, or the marital status. So all these things can come under demographic factors. Geographics talks about the location. Is it a local level market? It is a regional, national, international, what level you are segmenting your customers. Psychographics talks about the people's interest, activities, attitudes, personality, and values. And behavioral aspects talks about benefits, usage rates, and patterns which you can see among your customers. So these are the four major bases that can be used to segment your market. Once you segment your market, you can target your market, right? How you can target it? So according to Igor and Sof, this matrix is a ready-made solution for doing this. And why it is a ready-made solution? It will help you to uh, it will help you to come up with the right set of target market strategy, right? So maybe you can do a market penetration when you are in the existing market with existing product, right? Market penetration means you come up with a product at a possibly less price initially, and you enter in the market with the known product. And once people started accepting it, what you do, you increase the price gradually. Another strategy is you go into a new market with the existing product, and here you need to develop a market, right? So suppose a company is operating in a X country. Now they want to expand their operation in Y country. What they will do? They will develop their market. Another strategy is you come up with a new product in the existing market. Country is X, but you come up with a new version of product. You come up with a new solutions. And what you will do? You will do a product development. The fourth and another important strategy that can be used is diversification. You go to a new product with you go to a new market with a new product. So both the things are completely new, and that is the highest risk where which is involved in diversification, because the market is also new as well as your product is also new, but the profits or maybe the benefits which you are going to receive will be much more higher than the other three strategies. Why we are using these strategies? To select the right target market for your offerings. The last but not least important approach is to position the market. And what are those positioning bases that can be used? Either you can focus on the product attributes. So what certain benefits your products can offer, those product attributes can be focused. The price and quality of product can be focused. Use or application of your products or services. Who are your product users? Maybe their specification, their taste and preferences can be considered. The class of product, it can be a high class product, moderate class product, or low class product. Who are the competitors who are offering the similar products in the market? All these bases can be considered to market position, or in a sense to come up with a clear position of your product or services in the market. So we have talked about three method approaches here: segmentation, followed by targeting and positioning. And these are the interconnected stages, right? First you will do segmentation, then you will go for targeting, and then there will be a scope of positioning. The one more thing which I would like to talk about here is consumer behavior and why it is important. Because we say we all are human beings, right? But when we take a look at the another level, so we are very diversified human beings, right? We have a different ethnic background, we belong to a different country, we have our own taste and preferences. We may like something, we may not like something, right? So there are different perspectives which comes in a place. And if you want to understand why this perspective exists, why people go for a certain products or services, or why they don't buy certain products or services, a detailed study can be done in terms of understanding their behaviors. And behaviors can give you very clear understanding what is something you should offer that will be accepted by your target consumer group. So there are four major factors which influences the consumer behavior, how they are going to behave. So these four factors plays a very prominent role. One is economic factors, second it is personal factors, third it is psychological factors, and fourth it is cultural and social factors, right? And there are different sub factors which you can see over a screen, which are categorized under these four categories. So person's family income, person's level of standard of living comes under economic factors. The age, occupation, lifestyle majorly comes as a part of personal factors. Psychological factors covers the scope of motivation, involvement in a particular activity, learning, right? Cultural and social factors talk about the culture which they follow, the social class which they belong to, their interest groups which they belong to, who are their opinion leaders. All of this comes under the cultural and social factor. So what is the major idea? Why it is really important to have a deeper understanding about the behavior of consumers? Because each one of us are very much different from each other. Our taste and preferences are very much different for each other. So for a marketer, it is really a big challenge to go and to reach out to the certain set of target audience with the similar set of benefits, right? So definitely you can portray a right message to a right set of consumers by having a deeper understanding about their behaviors in those terms which they are different. So consumer behavior study is really important for a marketer if they want to, maybe they are coming up with the existing product or service, or if they are introducing something new to the market. So I think that this is the last thing which I wanted to discuss as a part of block one. So majorly, if I talk about today or block one, so we have started with the meaning of marketing. Then we have talked about why marketing makes sense for business. Then we have talked about marketing mix elements, promotional mix elements, passion analysis, market research. In the end, we have talked about STP and the consumer behavior. So these are some of the key takeaways that can be there for you. And what I will be doing. So at the end of fourth day, I will be sharing these slides with Smriti ma'am, and she will manage to share these slides with you. So you will be having a very uh, clear understanding, as well as you can go through this whenever you find any doubt. So for now, it's done from my end. Now I'll stop here for some time and would address your questions, queries if you have. Just a second. Let me stop sharing my screen. Just hold on. Okay, so let us first address the questions and queries, and then I have a surprise for you. So once we will go through this, so we will I'll unravel my surprise. How soon can we receive that PDF you are using, sir? Okay. So Nelson, what is my plan? So I'll share the PPTs of all four blocks together in the at the end of fourth day, means on Sunday, right? So I'll share it with Smriti ma'am, and she will manage to share it maybe through Google Classroom or via email to you. I hope it will work. Okay. Yeah. Any question, any queries which you have so far? Did I make sense? Whatever things we have discussed. Holistic marketing. Okay, Salome. I'm coming back to that point. Okay. Let me quickly pay attention to the messages. Lance, how can we successfully counter the pestle factor? Is it only through research? Okay, right. So let me answer the questions one by one. If I'll talk about holistic marketing, let me first address that question and then I'll talk about pestle analysis, right? So see, what is something at the core of holistic marketing? So why holistic marketing is required? Let us talk about this first. See, as a marketer, if you say, I'm doing a marketing to satisfy my customers, I'm doing a marketing to reach out to my customers. But what is more important for you is to first satisfy your employees. Where there are employees happy, they will put all their efforts to reach out to your customers. They will put all their efforts to satisfy your customers, right? So for that purpose, you need internal marketing to satisfy all your stakeholders, your employees, your top management, or maybe all those people who are concerned as a part of internal marketing. The second important aspect we talked about, performance marketing, right? So every business is accountable, right? Whatever money which we have put into our business, whatever other resources, human capital which is over there, and other forms of resources, man, machinery, material, all these things we already are already provided to our business. Now we are accountable. Whatever we are doing, our performance should talk, and it can be talked in terms of sales revenue, the brand building which we do, how many satisfied customers we have. So how good is our performance, and that comes under the scope of performance marketing. The third important aspect which we have talked about is integrated marketing. And why integrated marketing? Because marketing is not something which is just kind of isolated activity, right? You require a good amount of synchronization among all sort of activities which you do inside your business. And that is the reason integrated marketing is the third important pillar of holistic marketing. The last but not least important is relationship marketing, which talks about having a long lasting and sustainable relationship with all your stakeholders, right? With employees, with government, with your customers, with your investors. And why is it so? Because they are the people who will complete your business environment. They are the people who will be important to you for doing the business, the business with your customers. In a sense, whom you want to satisfy, you can only satisfy with if all these stakeholders are actually with you. So long lasting relationship approach is really important. So all these four pillars combinedly makes holistic marketing, right? It makes marketing as a whole. It is whole in the sense it is not just one isolated activity which we are doing. We are actually capturing all those activities which are really important to any business. So I hope it is clear to you. Now I'll move to the another set of question which is related to pestle analysis. So let me again go back to the question. What was there? Okay, just hold on. Okay, so how can we successfully counter the pestle factors? Is it only through research? Okay, so my answer to this question is not only through research, but research is the very starting step for you. Why is it so? See, whatever we do in our life, it is really important to have a deeper understanding about it, right? So maybe you are doing a business of cold drinks, or maybe you are doing a business of some food products, right? So it is really important to understand why people will come to you, why people will buy. So suppose there is already a Coca-Cola which is available in the market, so why people will prefer another XYZ brand? So for understanding this, it is really important to first understand who all are, what are those, we can say, factors which are impacting our business, who are the competitors which are operating in the business, what are those micro and macro environment factors which are impacting our business. And that can be done through research. So research can be one of the important ways through which you can do it. But what is the idea? Why not only why only research is the one of the best ways to get this? Because research will give you a deeper understanding about all these aspects, all these factors, and that is the reason. And maybe if you're not going for research, then in the other way, how you will get an understanding about your customers, about the target market which you want to reach out to, right? So that is the reason. So study about this or a deeper understanding about this environmental factors make much sense. And that is the reason I have recommended market research as one of the ways through which you can do the through which you can understand these factors, right? I hope my point is clear. I'm going to the next question. Just hold on. I'm scrolling up. Okay, I think Isaac faced issue with the content was not visible enough. Okay, maybe there was some internet issue because my slides were actually active. Okay, holistic marketing concept. Okay, I already explained. Just hold on. One more question has come on. Just difference between marketing mix elements of place and physical evidence. Okay, great. So when we talk about place, so place here means convenience for the customers and convenience for the marketers, right? So the place majorly talks about the distribution element of marketing, right? So as a marketer, you offer something. Maybe you offer mobile phones, right? So if you offer mobile phones, so how would you make it convenient for your customers to buy that mobile phone? Either they can buy it online, or if they're buying offline, so definitely you need a dealership network, you need your own network through which you can actually make this product available to your customers, right? So we usually call it channels. So what are those channels through which you will distribute your products? So that is one aspect of decision under place. Second is your stores, maybe the your own company owned stores, or maybe your retailers network. It will make convenient for your customers to buy mobile phone. Or if they are buying online, so maybe the maybe the website or a portal where you can list your products from where people can buy it, or maybe you are selling it through your own website. So you should make available a product on your website and people will be able to buy it. You will need a complete mechanism for it, right? You will need a payment system, you need a secure a good secure system where people can perform the transaction. So all these aspects comes under the domain of place means convenience for the customer as well as marketer. Now if I talk about physical evidence, so physical evidence majorly deals with the tangible evidence. In a sense, see, services, what is something I would say services are something which are intangible in nature, right? So what happens, you go for buying any particular service, suppose you watch any movie, right? So how will you remember that? How will you remember that was a memorable experience for you? So physical evidence are the tangible clues which help you to remember that service for a longer period of time. And that is the reason I have given one such example of staying at a particular hotel. So suppose you book a stay at a particular hotel, you stay there, so they serve you a welcome drink. Maybe they offer you some complimentary services when you are staying there. And at the time of checkout, you get a nice gift from their side, right? So what this helps, it helps customers to remember the services which they got from a particular service provider. And physical evidence is one such thing which actually helps them. And that is the reason it is one of the important extended marketing mix element. Next, in explaining value, do you mean benefits, finance, or sacrifice and cost? Thank you. Okay, right. So benefits, dear, I'm not only talking about financial benefits. Benefits may be what is something which you are looking for, right? So just try to understand my point, right? So when I buy a laptop, right? So laptop is going to help me to solve some of my problems, right? It will help me to attend online classes. It will help me to do some business as well, right? Suppose as I'm a teacher, so I can conduct online classes. As a student, you can attend online classes. Maybe you can use it for multiple purposes, right? So there are different benefits which you are getting after buying that laptop, right? But how much price you paid for this laptop, right? Monetary price plus what efforts goes when you have actually made this decision of buying this laptop, how much time you invested in buying this laptop, maybe how much energy you have put. Even you have made some sacrifices, right? So suppose you have invested 50,000 bucks on buying a laptop, and that money you could have used for other purposes, right? But you invested that money for buying a laptop. So you made some sacrifice with some other things in your life. So this is really important. Whatever benefits which you are getting should be more than whatever cost which you are paying for any particular product or service which you are getting. And remember, value is always pursued by customers. In a sense, whatever something which is on offer at whatever price, so value is something which is pursued by the customer. So value is equivalent to benefits minus cost. In a sense, benefits will be more and you subtract the cost out of it, and that is a value for a customer. Okay, right, just allow me a few more sec. I'm just checking your chat and then I'll unravel the surprise. Okay, great. So what is the surprise for you? I have come up with a small quiz, right? So based on whatever discussion we have done in the last 1 hour and 50 minutes, there are 10 more minutes with us. So quickly it will help you to revise whatever learnings which you have made in the last 1 hour and 50 minutes. So I'm just sharing a slide. Possibly I won't be able to see your names when you will be responding because I will be on a slideshow mode, but you can speak up. It's better you speak up, you respond the answers, or else you can put it in a chat if you want to. I'm opening my slide. Just let me know, are you able to see this or not? Okay, it's just a small exercise. It will hardly take 5 to 7 minutes. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Right, thank you. Okay, so let us go ahead with the first question. Please pay attention. Either you can respond or maybe unmute yourself, or you can put it in the chat as well. So first question is, marketing is about assessing, creating dash, delivering to target group at dash. So there are two responses. You have to fill in both the blanks.
Creating values, delivering to target group at.
So what will come in the
It's
first?
all about marketing is about assessing, creating, and building a rapport or trust, delivering
At
to target group.
no, so you have to fill in the blanks which are visible. So what will come between creating and delivering?
It's under
Communicating. Is communication. Communicating, Nelson.
Communicating. Someone has mentioned communicating. And okay. What will come in the next blank? Delivering to target group at
profit.
At profit. Nice, very nice. So communicating and profit, right? So marketing is about assessing, creating, communicating, delivering. Actually, the value is missing. I'm really sorry, it's my mistake. Value to target group at customers. Wants are desires for specific satisfiers of. Just go through this.
Satisfaction of needs.
Needs. Nice.
Yes.
Differentiate between needs and wants using given examples. So what you have to do here, just pay attention. I'll show you 4 statements. You have to identify which are the needs and which are the wants, right? So food is a need or want?
It's a need.
It's a need.
It's a need.
It's a need. Why is it so? Because we are not specifying what you want to
We
eat.
can't.
Right? It's a basic satisfier, right? Tata tea or maybe any brand of tea, which is very much popular in your
It's a want.
One.
want, right? Because we're
Yeah,
specifying
but
which brand of tea you would like to have, right? Amazon Prime,
It's a
The
want.
one.
it's a want. Why it's so very specific? Movie. I want to watch
There are
movie.
other options.
It's a want.
It's a want.
Movie for say one.
That's correct, actually.
No, actually, why movie is a need? Because I want some form of entertainment. I want some form of entertainment. Yeah, absolutely right. It's a want. Why is it so? Because I want a form of entertainment, which is a movie. Maybe entertainment can be done through music, it can be done through sports, but I'm specifying. Are you getting my point?
No,
I'm
it's-
specifying. I want to watch movie, and that is a want. Starbucks coffee.
It's a want.
It is also want, right? So I hope you are pretty clear between the difference between the need and want. Now the holistic marketing concept consists of 4 things. What were the 4 things which were discussed? What is
They
the
are,
first thing?
they are internal marketing, integrated
Internal
marketing, performance
integrated
marketing, the relationship marketing.
Relationship marketing.
Okay, great. Internal marketing, integrated marketing, relationship marketing,
Performance
and performance
marketing.
marketing. Both one is performance marketing. You can interchange the sequence. Maybe you can write performance marketing first and relationship later. But what is the idea? These are the 4 important building blocks of holistic marketing. The extended marketing mix elements are
People, process,
People,
and
process,
physical
and
environment.
No,
physical evidence. Please don't confuse it with environment. Environment is something different. I'll give some clarity in the end.
Yes, physical
People.
evidence.
Physical evidence. Evidence, right? Okay. Just pay attention. Which form of promotion is there?
advertisement.
Advertisement.
Are you sure? It's not personal selling?
No,
Okay.
no,
Can
sir,
it
it's
be
advertisement.
Can it be public relations?
No, no, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No. Why?
Advertisement.
Because personal.
Why it can't be public relations?
Because both personal
Because
and public
it's not.
involves the participation of
No.
personal.
No, I think the major reason is because public relation is usually not for.
Absolutely. Great. I'm impressed. So, public relations are a non-paid form of promotion, right? There is nothing which is being paid to a customer to extend the word of mouth, right? That is the reason. So, personal selling, advertising, and publicity, you all of you have actually got the right answer, which is advertising. Marketing is a subset of sales. Is it true or false?
No, sir. It's false.
It's a false.
It's false. Sir. It's false.
It's
It's
How
false.
many
false.
of you think it's a false?
It's
Or
false.
anybody thinks it's a true?
No, sir. It's false.
It sells that is a subset of marketing.
Yes, of course.
Okay, right. So no, what I'm trying to say, marketing is not a subset of sales. Sales is a subset of marketing, right? Even advertising is also a subset of marketing. Why is it so? Because sales and advertising both are a narrower concept than marketing.
Yes.
Market research.
This market research.
Market research.
It's market research.
Okay, great.
Market research.
Okay. Now pay attention.
Segmentation.
Okay, is it segmentation?
Market segmentation.
Targeting, I thought.
Targeting. Okay.
It's customer segmentation.
It's segmentation, market segmentation.
Okay. So
This is-
out of
this is targeting.
STP, segmentation, targeting, and market positioning. A few of you think it's segmentation. Others think it's targeting. Let's see. It's a targeting. Why?
This one is segmentation.
See, segmentation.
Target marketing.
No, this is target marketing. Why is it so? Because segmentation means what? To divide the
divide market
the
into
customer
groups.
groups into homogeneous groups.
interest.
But now you
Yeah.
focus your efforts, marketing efforts, and that is known as
Okay.
targeting.
Segmentation.
Segmentation. Okay. Any more responses?
Internal analysis.
Is best
It's better analysis.
Yeah, one or two more responses.
question?
So,
What else can be there? Special. Great. Special.
Microanalysis.
Thank you. Special total, it tells us to do the complete market analysis. Just hold on. I'm coming back.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah. Please ask. Yeah.
Why is it best? Besting is used for external factors.
Yes, yes,
Use it
absolutely.
for external factors.
See,
And
what is
your
the
question about the microenvironment.
No. Actually, why we are talking about macro? Just try to understand. We have used the term macro. Macro here, it means we want to see macro picture. In a sense, we want to cover all those factors that can be studied, and that can be studied through PESTEL. And PESTEL are majorly covered as a part of macro factors. It's not micro factors. Just pay attention, right? When we have talked about market environment analysis factors, so PESTEL factors comes under macro environment factors. What are micro environment factors? It is employees, it is company policies. All these things are the micro environment factors. Are you getting my point? And that's the reason we referred it to as a...
Did you use it also SWOT analysis? Same.
Yeah, SWOT analysis is also internal. It is also micro environment analysis. Micro environment factors.
ne da nake ganin zan iya ma recommending wanda yake daidai wanda na san gaskiya za ka ji da kuma duk wanda ya gani za a kira saboda yanayin sliminess nata da kuma abin da ke kanta. Haka kuma an kawo da direba inda ba da sirrin nan za a kawo ma Allah da kana yin payment din Allah da.
Please mute your background.
So, Samara, you're taking something personal here.
Okay, possibly. Right. Any more questions? Any confusions?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please ask.
Yeah, what's the difference between public factors and social factors? Public factors as a external, internal, and social factor as a internal.
No, public factors, it's a political factors. If I'm not wrong, you're referring to politicals or social, right?
Yeah.
Okay, public. I got it. So public. Public means we are taking a look at a general audience, not a target audience. Who are the target audience? Are customers. But we are taking a look at the public. Public, in a sense, the people who get impacted by our business, right? So public can be a common public, all those people who get impacted by our business, and even their activities can impact our business. They can influence our business. Right? So that's the public. Just hold on.
Okay, these people also part of social.
Right. So if I talk about social factors, so social factors are not just limited to public. Just try to understand. Social means all those activities which we do, all those, I can say the social groups we are part of, the interest areas which we have, the decisions which we make accordingly. So those comes under the social factors. So social factors, we are covering a wide area, wide scope. We are not just referring to public. Maybe you can refer to public as a part of social factors. There is nothing wrong. You're right.
For example,
right. See there is no any clear boundary which divides all of them. Just try to understand one thing. There is no clear boundary which divides them. There is a blur boundary which is over there. But for our understanding purpose, we have divided it among macro and micro. But ultimately, all of them equally impacts the decision which you are going to make for your business. So social factors combines many more factors, and public can be one of those. Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Okay. Right. So, any more questions would you like to ask, or shall we wrap it up?
Yes, I have a
Okay.
question, sir.
Yeah, please.
Can you just elaborate or by explaining the Ansoff matrix? I didn't understand.
Answer matrix.
At
Okay.
least if
Right.
it can be
Right.
better if you can explain with an example.
Okay. Let me just share my slides once again. Just allow me a second. Okay, answer matrix. I'm just coming to. Right. Okay. So if we talk about Ansoff matrix, so what was the understanding is when you want to select a target market, right? You want to focus all your marketing efforts to those target markets that can provide you a best benefit. In a sense, you put lot of efforts and resources in reaching out to the target market, whatever best benefits or outcomes which you can get out of that market, right? So there are four major strategies that has been suggested by Igor Ansoff. Right. So first start with market penetration, and which is mean for existing market with existing products, right? So suppose you offer a X brand of television to maybe a market which is maybe I'm just taking some random names. Maybe you are a Japanese television brand and you offer this product, maybe XYZ model of your product to your home country. So what you can do a market penetration. The product is existing product. It's not a very new product. The market is already explored by you. So you can come up with a market penetration strategy where the customers will accept your product, and over the period of time you may increase the price if there is a more demand coming from the market. You can come up with some more features in the same product, in the existing product, and you can come up with a newer price for that particular product. So this is known as market penetration, right? Now let us take the same example for the another set of strategy which is known as market development. Here what you are doing, your product is existing, you are offering the XYZ brand of television, a particular features which are over there in the television, but you are not offering it in the Japan. Now you are going to the other market, maybe another country where you are operating in, you are expanding your business. What you can do, you can expand your market by doing a market development. You can develop a new market, you can reach out to new geographies, right? And that can be done, and that is a strategy which is known as market development. The third is about product development. Here you are coming up with a new product. So now it's not XYZ brand of sorry, the same brand of television is there, but you come up with a new features, a new variant of television has been launched by you. What you are doing a product development, but in the existing market. It's the same Japanese market, but you are doing a product development so that new customers can reach out to, or maybe the existing customer will switch to your new product, right? So that can be done with this set. And last strategy is known as diversification, where you are moving to the new market with a new offering. You are a television manufacturing company, but suddenly you have changed your business and you started offering the laptops as well, because now you are seeing people are not buying television more, but laptops are more multi-purpose in use. People are buying more laptops. So what you've done, you come up with a new product, and now you are not offering it in the Japan, maybe you are offering with it in the Vietnam, right? I'm taking some random country's name. So what is the idea? You diversified your interest. Now the market is also new as well as the product is also new, and this is known as diversification strategy, right? And why we use this? Whatever market we want to select, we can come up with the right set of strategy, and we can actually select the market accordingly. And for that purpose, we use the Igor Ansoff matrix. I hope it's clear to you. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's clear now, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Okay. right?
Product
I'm
development is also like
stop sharing my
creating a
presentation.
new product.
Okay. Yeah. Any more questions you would like to ask? Any confusions? Hint for exam in block one. Okay, right. See, let me be very honest. I don't believe in much in the hints or IMPs. But what is my idea? If you want to prepare for examination well, just pay attention to the things which were discussed in the class. In my slides, I have covered most of the topics that are at the core to the marketing management. So you can consider most of these things are really important, and there is no ideas such as one or two or five questions which I can give you, right? So I don't believe in spoon feeding. Please don't get me wrong. Here we are for learning. Exams is one of those things. I want all of you to score well in the examination, but focus more on the learning, and that will add on some value to this course. I hope it's fine with you. Yeah, any more questions, any concerns? Otherwise we'll meet tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
I want to capture a photograph with all of you. I hope if you won't mind switching on your videos, so I'll capture a
Jungle.
screenshot.
No problem, sir. Sir, my question is,
Yeah.
while this session is ongoing, I used to see that on the top, the session or the class has been recording. That has been a record. And we know that Dr. Simiriti has been trying to update us with the class, video we do previously. Is there a way that we can be getting the recorded session immediately after the session? Like this session, is it possible that we can get it immediately into our Gmail so that to avoid confusion when they become too much?
Yeah, Jafar, I got your point. See, what I can help with this. So, see, basically, I'm one of the instructors who handle this course, right? So maybe you can reach out to either Spriti ma'am or maybe someone who coordinate these sessions for you. So they will help you to get these readings on time, and even with the PPTs maybe just after the session, because my role stick to this particular course which I handle. Please don't get me wrong.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Right. So let us capture one photograph today for a memory, and maybe in the last class also we will have
Sir, I have a question, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry for the interruption. My question, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. My own is all about just to appreciate their method of teaching, sir. Actually, it's very impressive. How I wish the remaining lecture could have adopted their method. It will simplify the issue for us so that we'll be able to grasp and understand the lecture notes. Instead of just downloading the bulky note of that materials, if they could have adopted your method by using slides, we will have comprehend it more and we will be able to assimilate it and also pass our exam with good grade, please. And my own is all about, let me say, advice.
Okay, Yakubu, I'm sorry I didn't get you well. Maybe I couldn't understand your query.
Yes.
Can you just rephrase it? It is something related to material on LMS, or it is something related to the slides which have been used in the class?
As I was saying, sir, I say the actually simplifies the lecture for us to understand the clear. So my own is advice, please. If they could have courses could have adopted your methods using slides instead of using that bulky materials, it will have simplified for us to understand the materials well.
No, I'm sorry. Can you please write your query in the chat? Your voice is breaking in between. I'm not able to hear you properly.
Hello, sir. Can I rephrase it? Can I?
Hello, Dr. Anurag.
Yeah,
Hello, sir.
Jafar.
Can I rephrase it for Yakubu, sir?
Yeah, please. Yeah, Ismail, just wait for
Okay,
a
what
second.
Yakubu? Yes, what Yakubu was trying to say is, we really enjoy your method of teaching. Had it been the other facilitators can adopt the same method of using slide so that we can get the lecture simply instead of downloading the bulky note. That's the point. He's advising if you can talk to the others so that we can be using slide. It is simply to be internalized.
Okay, I got your point. So you need my slides, so it will help you to go back to the things which were discussed in the class, if I'm not wrong.
No, what we want also is you to advise the other facilitators. That's the remaining section we have. Those people carrying us in other subjects, so that they can adopt a slide that's using PowerPoint instead of downloading the normal PDF online. They will come and teach us it, so it is too bulky for us to understand. He is advising if you can talk to them to be preparing slides so that they can be using it for us. It will be easier for us to understand.
Okay, got it.
Hi.
Okay, see, Jafar.
Sorry. Yeah, teacher. I have something to say here.
Okay, Madhavan has actually just wrote this.
Hello.
Right. Yeah, just hold on, Manuel. Just hold on.
Hi. Sorry. Hello.
Manuel, just hold on. I'm responding to the previous query which has been there.
I have something to say regarding on what Sani Yakubu was saying. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. Salome, can you just wait for a few seconds? Let me just respond to the query which has come by Yakubu and which has been refreshed by Jafar and Madhavan. See, what is the idea? It is my own method of teaching and I adopt this, right? So please don't get me wrong, but I cannot actually ask other instructors to use the same. Their own comfort. It is their own method which they use. Maybe you can ask your coordinator. They can help you in this regard.
Yes, sir. Very excellent. People need to understand that there are individual differences. That is the method you choose to use. So, and again, I think it is quite unnecessary to influence others. Definitely. It's a method and we really enjoy it. I think let's stop here. Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Ismail, you were also trying to ask something at the time?
Not really, actually, just to comment, just on this, and I'm very much
right.
with
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Salome, please.
Yeah, so what I was saying, the previous lectures that we had, they were also using the PowerPoints that you are using. Maybe the ones that are asking questions were not attending, but they were also using the same method. I don't know, maybe I didn't understand what they're saying, but they were also using the same method. And we appreciate all the lectures that they have been coming, including you and the past 2 lectures. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So I think I couldn't get your question completely. Can you please write, Salome?
Okay. All right.
Hello. Yeah, please quickly write in the chat. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Yes. What Salome is trying to say is this: the other lecturers where they also use the same method you are using. Maybe these ones who are complaining about them not using the well summarized notes is because maybe they were not attending. I think we requested from the other lecturers to also send the same notes like the way you would want to send at the end of the
Okay. I understood.
At the end of the session. Yeah.
Right. So maybe I would recommend you get in touch with those instructors or teachers, and you can request them, like they will also use the slide and maybe other mode of teaching. if they are comfortable with, because I'm very much comfortable. And let me tell you very honestly, it's a completely online mode of interaction. Otherwise, in my classes, I use storytelling, I use case method of teaching, I use simulations. But we have a limited time, we have a limited, in a sense, there are some limitations of our interaction. But learning has no limitations, so I would recommend in future, definitely there are many more possible ways to learn marketing. And please don't get dependent upon me as well. I'm just one of the facilitator. Learning has no end.
Doctor.
Hello.
And that's true,
Yeah,
doctor.
Hello, Professor.
yeah. Manuel, please
Yes.
tell me.
Yeah. I'm just want to contribute here about this issue that was raised by one of our colleagues here. In fact, last two classes we had the same method like you are now using. So I think there is no need for us to tell the next teachers to come that they must follow your method. It's wrong, and also it can make them to feel discomfortable, because
No, absolutely.
each teacher has his methods on how to address or to give
Hmm.
to address knowledge to students, something like that. So I think it's better for us to be quiet, to avoid
Absolutely.
these things of confusion among the